So today's video is going to be one of the most requested tutorials on my channel ever. I'm so sorry it's taken me so long to film this video. Honestly, I'm sorry. Every single time I upload a video, I see at least 2 or 3 comments saying, hey, where's that tutorial you said you were gonna post? With the look you were wearing in the So Jaded reveal. When is that coming? Well, here it is, folks. I may be a million months late, but here it is. It's so funny because when I sat down to film this video, I had completely forgotten what I did. I had to go back to my video and I was like, oh yeah. I remember now. And I actually really loved how this look turned out. I love wearing these 2 greens together. They complement each other so well. They're so different, but I really love how they look together. So we have this really funky, fun, greenish, bluish situation. And I really like it, and I hope you do too. I know you guys have been requesting more So Jaded tutorials, so I thought I would give you another one. I know I just recently gave you a tutorial, so I'm kind of giving you back-to-back tutorials right now. I'm sorry, but I hope you enjoyed this video anyway. And if you want to see how to get this look, then just keep watching. Okay, so you know the drill. I'm gonna start off by priming my lids using the Louise makeup base. Now I'm going in with the turquoise color. I'm going into the So Jaded palette, of course, but I'm starting off with the shade turquoise, and I'm using this color in my crease. And I know it looks a little crazy and a little scary to go in with turquoise in your crease, but as long as you apply very little and you spend a little bit of time blending, it does blend out to a nice fadey, creasy kind of blue. You know what I mean? So I just take my time with this shade, and I do add a little bit more, but I do it in baby steps. So little by little, so that it doesn't look too turquoise and intense in the crease. Now I'm taking a little bit of Jade, and I'm gonna start applying this color directly in my crease and in the outer corners of my eye as well. I know that when you blend these 2 shades together, it looks a little strange, but it all comes together. So I'm applying this, like I said, on the outer corners and then slowly dragging it into the crease. And I'm using a more precise, like a skinnier, fluffy brush so that I can really get all up in there in my creases. And so I'm just taking my time and blending these 2 shades together. Now I'm going into this delicious mamacita right here. This is Emerald, and I love this shade. It's so pretty on brown eyes. Oh my gosh. So I'm just packing this color on my lid. I'm not wetting this shade or anything. I'm just going straight dry with my finger. And then I'm taking a little bit of the Jade shade, and I am using that to blend these 2 colors together in my crease. Oh, I also want to mention that I'm focusing this color on the center of my lid and towards the outer corners, and not really adding any of it towards the inner part of my eye, because I am going in with a brighter green on the inner corners, and I don't feel the need to double it up on eyeshadow. So I'm just focusing this on my ball. Wow, on my ball, like on the center of my eyeball and towards the end. Okay, now I'm going in with Peridot, and I am using this shade on the inner corners of my eye, and I'm dragging that towards the emerald shade, and I'm using my finger to kind of blend those 2 shades together. This color is unreal, guys. Like, I didn't wet it at all. It's so foiled, so freaking metallic. It's insane. So I'm just applying that with my fingers, and then I go in with a brush to kind of perfect everything and make sure it's nice and sharp on the inner corners here. Now I'm going in with the shade Sapphire, and I'm using this color on the outer corners. This is gonna be what really brings this look to life. It's just such a pretty gradient, like from the bright pink to the green to like the deep navy blue. They just look so well together. So I'm just adding this color on the outer corners, and I'm kind of angling it, as you can tell. I want this to kind of have like a sharp angled, it's not a cat eye, but you know what I mean? It's like angled and sharp on the outer corners. So I'm just packing this color on with a fluffy brush, but it's kind of like a packing fluffy brush. And I'm honestly just taking my time with the shade and loading it up. And then like slowly blending it into my crease, but not too much into my crease. And then I took a clean, fluffy brush. This one's from Alamar, and I just used this to kind of blend everything into my crease, make sure there are no harsh lines. I took a little bit more of this emerald shade to add to the very center of my eye, just in case a lot of it got blended away with the blue and the other brighter green. And then I highlighted my brow bone with a little bit of my Precious. Okay, so now I'm gonna take Diamond, and I do this with like every look because I can't get enough of Diamond, and I love it, and it just looks so beautiful on top of everything. So I'm taking that color directly, well, it's not the center of my lid, it's where Peridot and Emerald meet. I'm kind of using Diamond to like mesh those 2 together, and it just looks so pretty. And now I took a makeup wipe, and I am just cleaning up my under eyes, but I am sharpening up this look. I want it to look very angled and very sharp. And now I am adding my little gemstones on the inner corners of my eyes, but
set like directly under my eyebrows. And I honestly don't remember which ones I used that day that I filmed that video because I have like a million of these sitting in my beauty room. But I just went with these, and yep, they're not even, but I tried my best. So I'm just lining my eyes with the Cosmetics black eyeliner, and really quickly I'm gonna move on to the rest of my face before I finish up my eyes. But I took the Wander Beauty Glow Ahead Illuminating Face Oil, and I used this as my primer. And then the foundation I used is the Beauty Bakerie Insta Bake Aqua Glass Foundation, and I have mine in the shade 341WN. It's a little bit too deep for me, but I make it work. And I honestly have been loving this foundation so much. The coverage is there, the finish is beautiful, and I really, really love it. So yeah, I'm just applying that all over my face. For concealer, I'm using the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Creamy Concealer in the shade Light 45W. I really like this concealer too. I like the tinted moisturizer even more, but this concealer is so nice. It's like hydrating, but full coverage at the same time. I like this concealer more than, well, no, I don't know. I was gonna say I like it more than their original concealer, but I like them both the same, I think. No, actually, I think I like this one more. Oh my God, am I a Libra? I don't know. I'll get back to you on which one I like more, but at the moment, I think it's this one. At least for dry skin, this is awesome. So I'm just blending that into my T-zone area, my under eye area. I'm just highlighting the face, making everything look nice and even, especially since the foundation was a little bit too deep for me. And now I took the Jaclyn Hill Brighten Up powder. This is the one that is like a soft luminous glow, but I think it's a little bit too luminous to set your under eyes with. Like, it looks really, really pretty on camera, and I actually love this powder to set my entire face, but it's not the best to set your under eyes. I know it's not meant to set your under eyes, but I used it in this video and it wasn't my favorite. My under eyes looked a little bit too luminous. But anyway, I'm going in with the Fenty Beauty In the Sun bronzer, and I'm using this to contour. I always mess up like my hair when I bronze my face. Anybody else? I'm like such a savage. I go directly into my hairline. Anyway, I'm taking my Light as Air Signs palette from Colourpop, and I'm mixing So Retrograde with Lunar Has It. These are the two blushes I made. I love this combo because it just looks like so warm and peachy and yummy. So yeah, that's my blush. For highlight, I used the Molten Glow highlight from Jouer. And now we can jump back into the eyes. So I am lining my waterline with the Cosmetics black eyeliner. And as usual, I still use my little viewfinder, so sometimes I get out of frame. But I'm taking a little bit of the Jade eyeshadow on a really skinny pencil brush, and I am buffing that color on my lower lash line. I don't want to drag this too far down. I usually like a super smoky under eye, but I want like a minimal smoke for today's look. Now I'm taking a little bit of the Sapphire shade, and I'm using like an even more precise brush for this, and I am adding it even closer to my waterline than I did with Jade, and I am dragging this all the way in. I'm also connecting it to the outer corners so that it meets the Sapphire on my lid. I'm gonna add a little bit of the Pat McGrath Fetish Eyes mascara before I go in with some falsies. I am gonna highlight my inner corners with the Pearl shade. I completely forgot to do this a little while ago, so popping that on my inner corners. And then I'm going in with my falsies. The falsies I'm using are actually a collab with Eyelure and Thalia, which is amazing. But I am using the top ones. This is in the style City Cool. And I am just popping that on the outer corners of my eyes with my little Tarte contraption thing. And this eye I struggled with a little bit, not gonna lie. Like the band was a little bit too straight, so I feel like I didn't get them on 100%, but it's okay. For lips, I'm going in with the Alamar Cosmetics Dulce lip liner, one of the best lip liners to ever exist. And I'm just filling in my lips with this shade. I'm also over drying my lips a little bit, of course. And then on top of that, I'm going in with the Colourpop So Juicy Lip Gloss in the shade Roundabout. And it just creates a nice, beautiful, juicy nude. And then of course, I'm gonna set all of that down with my Morphe setting spray. Okay guys, so that completes this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this makeup look. And don't forget to tag me on Instagram or Twitter if you recreate it. But yeah, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. You guys, I love wearing peridot. But yeah, I love you. But yeah, okay, what?